Hi and welcome to my channel on mental health. Now, we can all feel stressed, get stress, we can all feel overwhelmed from time to time. Some people may be more sensitive to those situations. If you suffer with poor mental health, can be more sensitive to it, but we can all get it. We can all feel stressed. We can all feel overwhelmed. The world we live in today, what's going on in the world, what's going on in our lives, stress connects with what's going on in our lives, the stressful situations that may occur, down to anything from the cost of living. The cost of living's gone up, energy prices. Now, a lot of people worrying about these things, feeling anxious, feeling stressed because of it. But not only that, the war in Ukraine, what's going on over there, many things, climate change, even our day-to-day living situations, our environment sometimes become stressful. The situations that may occur. Now, sometimes we can try to prevent that stress, but sometimes it's out of our control and it's there. It's just there. The stressful situation's there. But like I said, a little bit of stress is these stressors is okay, but it's when it becomes more of a problem, it can have a great impact on our mental health. Not just our mental health, how it affects us within ourselves, feeling very negative, anxious, but also as well our bodies, how we react to that stress, like how it affects us within our bodies, like tension. It causes tension in the body, tension in the muscles. So if anybody, like sometimes we might think, oh, I feel my muscles are aching, my shoulders, my back, my neck, or so forth. It holds a lot of tension there. And when we feel that stress, it goes to our nervous system, it affects our tension in our bodies as well. So it affects us physically as well. But like some people may be more sensitive to stress. Like if you're suffering with poor mental health, it can affect a person more sensitively, more susceptible to stress because of the situations they may be in, with their poor mental health. But it's all about trying to alleviate that stress as well, doing things that's going to benefit in a positive way, because quite often if you're feeling negative around it, you may go to the negative habits, like I don't know, if you smoke, some people may be stressed and smoke and think, that's just made me feel a little bit better, but it hasn't. It's a psychological, it's the mind's telling you that it's a psychological effect. In the long run, it's not making you feel better. If anything, it's making you feel worse within yourself, but it's just the psychological effect around it. It's like blocking it out. It's like not dealing with it and coping with it in the right way. So alleviating stress in a positive way can have benefits, and it will work as well. It does work, but it's not just doing these things when you feel stressed. I would say when you have a structure to help with your mental health overall, it's all about keeping it up regular, doing it regular, because once you do these things regular, you get better at it. You get better at doing these things. You start to see that positive effect. So when things occur, like stress, that impacts our mental health, you've got a structure in place that's going to help you alleviate it. Now, sometimes depending on how much stress has occurred, it takes a bit of time to, it may take a bit of time to alleviate that stress. Everybody gets through those situations at different speeds, and it depends, like I said, on the impact of the stress. Being in prolonged stress, prolonged stress can cause more of a bigger impact, more of a problem to our well-being, our mental health. So it's learning to cope better and alleviate them stressful symptoms, situations as well. So coping with it is all about, like, you get better at it. Like, when you do certain things that's going to help, it doesn't mean to say you're never going to have a stressful situation, never going to feel stressed again. It's natural what our lives are sometimes. Like I said, the world we live in, from time to time, we come across that stress, but it's how we cope with that stress as well. So, like I said, having a structure in place that's going to help alleviate that stress over time, if stress comes back into your life again over time, you just get better at it. You just get better at coping with it and getting yourself out of the feeling stressed as well. So there's many things that you may want to try to help with the stress, to help with if you're feeling really stressed. Some people may have their own things in place. Some people may try something and it might not work for them, but it might work for other people. It's all about what you do as yourself to help with that stress. So the natural thing, going for a walk, going for a walk. If you're feeling very stressed, get yourself away from that stressful situation by going out for a walk. And especially green spaces where, as they say, the noise is different. It's more calming. It's more calming. Natural green spaces around nature, whether it's the trees, water, ponds, just hearing the birds singing, seeing squirrels, other nature as well. That's one thing. It can help de-stress. And doing these things regular can play a big part in helping alleviate the stress as well. So going out for a walk, exercise is very important. To exercise, stay active, whether it's physical or just gentle exercise like walking. Now, I do Qigong. Qigong is like a form of Tai Chi. It's slightly different, but you can get them up on YouTube. Now, I've been doing Qigong every morning, probably for nearly 2 years. And I've felt the benefit. It helps me start my day. I mean, you can try these things any day, any part of the day, whether it's the morning, afternoon or evening. And also as well, you can do the Qigong, Tai Chi, outside in a park. I've done it in a park and it's quite beneficial actually doing these things out there in the park, because you've got the nature around you, so it has a greater positive effect. It helps to reduce that stress. It helps you physically as well. Anxiety, it just sets you off for the day. It gets rid of that stagnant chi, and chi is energy. Sometimes our energy can be quite stagnant and it makes us feel low in mood. It affects our emotions as well. So it helps get rid of all that. It helps get rid of all that stagnant energy and brings in the positive energy, the good energy. So that's what I do. But like other forms of being active, like I said, going for a walk, if you're into your running, whatever you choose to do, but it all de-stresses us. If we feel stress, or even if we're not, it just alleviates any stress. But like I said, doing having a structure is doing it regular, even if you're not feeling so good, even when you're not even when you're not feeling so good, it has them benefits. But doing it regular, keeping it up, it just helps us get through our day, and helps us feel the benefit more. We get through our day better. It helps with us overall with our mental health in general. So being active, many things, if you wish to, like listening to music, calming music, if you feel really stressed and the mind is a bit hectic, because like I said, it can affect us with our mental health, the stress. Our mind can become a bit hectic and affect our concentration sometimes, not being it our thoughts and our feeling negative. So trying to relax and listen to some calming music. You could get them on the website, calming music for nerves, help with your nerves, help with you overall stress and so forth. Just sitting for maybe half hour, 10 minutes, 50, however long you wish to, and just listen to some relaxing music. But again, that's something you have to keep up, having these techniques, keeping it up. Other things as well, which many of us may know, a warm bath, having a warm bath to relax us, to relax our mind, relax our body, or a warm shower. That's quite a natural thing. Many people may know this as well. Another thing, mindfulness. Now, mindfulness isn't for everybody, but it's worth trying. It's not just all about concentrating on the breathing. It helps us within ourselves, basically, learn about ourselves, our emotions, how things affect us. It helps us stay in that moment rather than drift off to maybe something in the past, like memories, not so good things. It helps us stay in the moment. It keeps us grounded. It helps very good actually with mental health. It helps with our well-being. It's for anybody, even if you're suffering with poor mental health, it can help with those difficulties. It helps us to within ourselves. So it keeps us grounded. It keeps our mind, the noisy mind sometimes, it calms the mind. It calms us overall. It calms us, our body. It's very good if you're suffering with pain as well. It teaches you to relax with it, because sometimes we can quite often, with our mind, how we react in a way that can add on and make things just feel a little bit worse, like the anger, the hatred. It helps you deal with that in a more calmer way, helps you feel more kinder towards yourself as well. There's many benefits from mindfulness. It's worth trying if you haven't already, but like I said, it's not for everybody, but it's worth trying because it has good benefits there. Mindfulness, a 10-minute meditation, or just start off small and gradually build into it, and you'll see those positive benefits there. But that in itself is something that you have to do regularly to feel those benefits as well. But there are many things that make artwork, drawing and so forth like that. Drawing can help reduce the stress, because it takes all these things takes you away from that overthinking of stress in the mind and how it's affecting us. And basically it's like a distraction, but it alleviates that stress. It takes you away from those difficult moments as well. But like I said, there are many things to try to help with stress, and it's very important because it's quite common. Stress, feeling stressed is quite common, and we can all get like it. We can all feel, like I said, we can all feel stressed, but too much can have a greater impact on our mental health overall. So it's trying to alleviate the stressful situations that may occur from time to time, but also having a good structure to do regular to help with it, or to help with that as well. And also as well, like I said, stress can quite often come along out of our control. It's not the case that we're going to do these things and we're never going to be stressed again, like I just said, but it just helps us to get better at coping with it. Over time we get better at coping with it, but having that structure there, techniques to help deal with the stress as well. So I'm going to end the video there. Please share if you're watching on Facebook, because it's very important. You know, the world we're living in today is just stressful in itself. You know, so it has a great impact on our life. Stress is quite common, and it can have an impact on our life, our day-to-day living, and having things in place, having a structure can just make us better at coping with it, really, coping with the stress a bit more easier and alleviating how it's affecting us as well. So please share this video, and if you wish to subscribe to my channel, feel free to, and see you in the next video.